was Zero Tellers back with the long awaited 2 months, technically, return of the Monday Night Raw review. Is it too soon, though? No. So Friday you'll see the return of the SmackDown reviews again, and all I gotta know is how long I'm gonna continue doing this till I get burned out again. But I was not impressed with this episode of Raw. Honestly, this was the fall show from Money in the Bank and onto their Saudi trip. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna talk about that. I don't want to talk about Saudi shows. So yeah. Also, a little breaking news, sort of. You know, the next video review is SpongeBob Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Well, beat it. I beat it, so there's that. That's I have mixed feelings about that game, and let's talk about it. It was in the PHX Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. So they show highlights of Money in the Bank from last Saturday. Yeah, we don't know. Start off with John Cena, which I'm like, why aren't you the WWE champion on SmackDown? But there's that, he talks on, the whole, he just got something good in the fan channel, We Want Truth. Cena asked if they thought they accused anything, they are spineless keyboard warriors. And Cena says, our truth is a gimmick. They're spin out a year from now. And then, talk about, 36 dates. The last time counting was the Raw after WrestleMania. It's only on 27 dates. And now it's down to 19 dates. And he says, everyone they had cheered from R-Truth to Cody Rhodes to Randy Orton has shut their mouths and being the best. And then CM Punk's music hits. And then, he gets a huge ovation. CM Punk and John Cena in the same ring again. At least it's not Randy Orton, so that's fine at least. Punk asks Cena is so mad about. Is he mad that the expansion packed him, but not the people they picked him in 2011 to be the voice of the voiceless? And Cena holds up his title and shake his hand. Punk says it's his job to give him what they want. If they want the truth, they're gonna get wrong killings. Yes, we'll talk about that later on in the show. And then this is officially announced for Night of Champions, by the way. And then Seth Rollins comes out, with the briefcase and then, So, okay, good start. John Cena and CM Punk, no complaints there, However, there's one little problem. Punk is a Raw superstar going for a SmackDown championship. It's just like last year with Randy Orton going after Raw's World Heavyweight Championship despite being a SmackDown wrestler, which I thought he was on Raw to begin with, but guess not. By the way, Wade Barrett is on here, not Pat McAfee. He's off. He has the night off. Whatever. And basically, there's that. Anyways, then we get HSL's defeats Chad Gable. I'm just waiting for HSL to go back to SmackDown. I mean, his run on Raw is just pointless. Was it a good match? Yeah, but HSL should just go after John Cena at this point. Still, 3 out of 5, I'll give it. That's kind of sad that that's the only good thing about Raw tonight, besides the opener with Punk and Cena, which, yeah. And then we get the first round of the Queen of the Ring tournament for the continuation of the King and Queen of the Ring tournament they did last year, which, I mean, stay tuned a week from now from King of the Ring 2000, but this Thursday, subscribe to the notification on that one. I'll get that out of the way. You'll see WCW The Great American Bash 2000, so get that out of the way. So there's that. Here's my problem with this. Why the first round has to be fatal four-way matches? They're just rushing this entire fucking tournament. I'm just being honest here. Yeah, Roxanne Perez won this over Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Good. But there's that. 2 out of 5, and later on in the show, they show a video page of the returning Oscar from next week. If I would have done this tournament, they should have done the Raw portion on one side, the SmackDown portion on the other side. Have the finals be Charlotte versus Oscar. Whatever. Anyways, so then we get Becky Lynch comes out. She won the Intercontinental title this past Saturday at Money in the Bank. You could see that already. I said before, Becky does not need the Intercontinental Championship. She is above that. She's talking about, multiple. She win the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, first one to main event WrestleMania. There's that. Then Lyra comes out. She's heading to the ring, and then Becky gets attacked by the returning Bayley. So hadn't seen her since she got mysteriously attacked before WrestleMania. And yeah, that was it. Then Michael Cole and Weber just talk about what happened. Then R-Truth comes out and talks about don't matter their voices don't matter. They hear, they listen, they felt like it. And then Truth cuts his dreadlocks, and he's now Ron Killings, which I know a lot of people does not remember R-Truth second stint in WWE, but yeah, he was by his actual name Ron Killings in TNA. So I'll give him that. That was actually another good thing about Raw tonight. There's that. And then we get the Judgment Day nonsense. I'm just getting sick and tired of the fucking Judgment Day, really. Then we get the first round of the King of the Ring tournament. Sami Zayn won this, defeating Penta, Dominic Mysterio, and Braun Breaker. Breaker got attacked by LA Knight during this, so yeah, Sami Zayn won. It was whatever, a 2.5 I'll give it. It was okay. And then HHL gets interviewed, and Styles says he can't enjoy it because he can't stop thinking about last week, and and then thought Styles was on. Will tell him himself, and there's that. Then they announced they were returning to Las Vegas for WrestleMania for the third time, technically. Because we all know WrestleMania 9 happened in Las Vegas, and this year's happened in Las Vegas. WrestleMania did not do great in Las Vegas. 9 was not great, but here's the one plus I had to say about that: it was better than WrestleMania 11. This year's list is not that great either. They talk about, I already talked about the Oscar thing before this, and then Nikki Bella comes out. She talked about, the evolution, she talked about the talents between Bria, Bianca, and Io, and then fucking Liv Morgan comes out. They had a, like, why? Liv attacks Brie, or Nikki, not Brie, oh my god, attacks Nikki afterwards, and that's that. Why? Then we get the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, a WrestleMania rematch. First off, they should have done this at Money in the Bank. It should have been at Money in the Bank, not here, but they had to do that dumb tag match. But, yeah, Gunther defeated Jey Uso to win the World Heavyweight Championship cleanly. And I was just like, they're not gonna have this be the end. I was like, either there's gonna be a ref bump and Goldberg is gonna somehow attack Gunther with a spear, or Seth Rollins is gonna come out and cash in the briefcase. But they went with Gunther winning. I was like, what? Like, why are we not going back to him being world champion? Like, he didn't do great as champion. I mean, like, and plus, this was not a good match either. So, backhaul, I'm sorry. Backhaul. 1 out of 5 I'm giving this. And they end the show like that. It's like, that was it? So, all in all, besides those two promos between Cena and Punk, and then Wrong Killings, and then the style scale match, the whole Raw was just bland. C. I'm giving it a C. I'm just being honest here. So tomorrow will be the Upside movie review, and then Wednesday will be showing episode 81, and moving on from there. Like this video, comment below, subscribe to this channel, on Vacation Valley, and I already talked about Thursday on my standard channel. You know it, I know, you all know it. There. Bye-bye.